Hello and welcome. Today we're doing a question from LeetCode called word break. It is a medium. We're going to jump right into it. Given a string S and a dictionary of strings word dict, return true if S can be segmented into a space-separated sequence of one or more dictionary words. Note that the same word in the dictionary may be reused multiple times in the segmentation. Example 1, we have LeetCode as our input string S, and our word dict has leet and code. So here we output true. We can form S with the words in word dict. Example 2, we have apple, pen, and apple. Our word dict is apple and pen. Again, we return true. We would put apple and then pen and then apple again. Example 3, we have cats and dog, and our word dict is cats, dog, sand, and cat. Here we output false because we can't actually use any of these words to concatenate together to form string S. We have cats over here, which we have here, but we can't form and OG. We have AND, but we can't form OG. And no other combinations of the words in here will work either, so we output false. Okay, so what we're trying to do is see if we can use the words in word dict to construct our input string S. Okay, so how do we do this? Like always, we're gonna start off with an example. So say I have the following input string S, hello world, and word dict has world, hello, and he. Right off the bat, I notice that world is present in input string S. It's at the end over here. So if we're able to make hello with the words in word dict, we would output true. We already know we can make world. So for hello, we see that we have elo, but since we don't have an H in word dict, we're gonna output false. Now say we had even more strings in our word dict. Okay, so say I had LO, LL, and maybe even more that I'm not writing in right now. What is the most efficient way to check if we would output true or false? And remember, this is a dictionary, so this is going to be constant time lookup. We sort of want to make use of that. Now is a great time to pause and give it a shot yourself if you do choose to. What we're going to do is iterate through our entire string S, going through every single character, and seeing if we can make that string up until that point. So at H, am I able to make this using the words in word? Then at HE, am I able to do the same? HEL, all the way until we hit the end of D. And we're gonna do this using dynamic programming, building up from each character. So what I'm gonna do is initialize a DP array as big as the size of my input plus 1. Okay, so I have hello world written out over here, and every single character is going to mark whether or not we can make this string up until that point. So in the beginning, if I have 0 characters, that requires 0 words from my word dict, right? So that's going to be true. We can make a string of 0 characters. If I have 1 character, I would have H. If I have 2, I would have HE. If I have 3, I have HEL, all the way through. So to initialize it, it's all going to be false. Now what I'm going to do is iterate through my string. So the first character I come across is this H. And as I iterate through, let's call this index I. So at I want to see if I can make the substring up until this point. Is H in word dict? It is not, so this is gonna stay false. Now I move my index down. I'm at HE now, and I want to see if HE can be made with word dict. Now there are 2 ways to do that, right? I can either have H and E, or I can have HE altogether. But since H was false, even if we had an E, we wouldn't be able to make HE. So what we want to do instead is see if HE exists, which it does, so now this is going to be true. We can make HE. Moving this down again, we are at HEL. And again, we can either make this with H plus EL, or HE plus L, or HEL altogether. So we're going to have another variable looping through from 0 to I. So let's call this index J. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if DP of index J is true. If so, what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if the remaining substring between J and I exist in word dict. So we don't have HEL over here, so now I'm going to move this down. Since H is false, even if I had EL, it wouldn't have mattered because I couldn't put that together with H to make HEL. So I'm going to move this down again, and now since this is true, this means that we can make HE. So all I'm looking for is L, and L also doesn't exist, so this is going to stay false. Now I iterate I all the way down again, and I'm going to repeat this process. J is going to go back up here. This is true. So now we're going to see if we have HELL. We don't. We move this down. This is false. We move J down again. This is true. Do we have LL? We do. So now this is going to be true. And there's no point continuing J down because this is already true, and we can just move index I down. And that's what we're going to do to solve word break. So the time complexity for this solution, we would be looping through string S with I, and then looping through from 0 to I with J. So that is going to be n squared. And to look up each substring in word dict, well, it's a dictionary, so this is going to be a constant time lookup. So our time complexity is going to be O of n squared if n is the length of S. So let's go ahead and code this up and then run through an example. Okay, to code this up, the very first thing I'm going to do is initialize my DP array. So it's going to be the length of S plus 1. So let's call that N. It's going to be length of S plus 1. And DP is going to have all falses. So it's going to be false times N. Now the very first index is going to be true, so I'm going to write DP of 0 equaling true. And now I want to loop through my DP array. So for I in range N, and as I do that, I also want to loop through up until I. So for J in range I want to check if DP of J is true. So if DP of J, so if that is true and we can form the substring from J to I, if that is in word dict, then we will mark our current index to be true. So if DP of J and S of J to I in word dict, then we mark DP of I, the current index that we're looping through, to be true. And we don't need to keep looping through for J, so we're actually going to break out of this. And once that's done, we go back into this for loop and keep moving I down until we get to the very end. So all we have to do at the very end is return DP of -1, which is going to be this very last index over here. So let's go ahead and run this, and it is accepted. Now, before we run through an example, there are a few optimizations that we can make even with this solution over here. In this example, right, we iterate through our DP array with I, and then we also iterate J from 0 to I. However, we'd be making a lot of the same checks, right? If J is over here, it doesn't matter if I is here, 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 this is always going to be false. So there's no point in checking anything after J to I because this is always going to be false. So something that we could potentially do is just keep another array of everything that is true. So I'm going to initialize an array of all trues, and this initially is just going to have index 0. Now, J is not going to loop through from 0 to I anymore because there could be a false or a true. It's just going to loop through this array that already holds all the indices that are true. So for J in trues, we don't need to check if DP of J is true anymore. We know that it is. So all we really need to check if S of J to I is in our word dict. And then we're also going to add this in our trues array. So trues.append I, and then we break as is. So if we were to submit this, this would actually be a little bit more optimized. The worst case scenario for this would also still be n squared for time. Now let's just run through an example to see how our code is going to run line by line. Okay, so say our input string s is 4 and our word dict is the following. We have f, hour, and oompa loompa. Okay, so this is our dictionary and this is our string s. Can we use the words in dictionary to make string s? So we go into this function, we call it with s and word dict, and word dict here is a list, but we should have been given a dictionary of strings. Not sure why there is a discrepancy here, but we can go ahead and turn word dict into a set. So now for sure it should be constant time lookup. Okay, so we have a set or dictionary of word dict over here. Now going through this line by line, what is n? N is going to be length of s plus 1, so that is 5. And now we're going to initialize a DP array of all falses for 5 spots. Okay, so this is our DP array. It's all falses. This is character 0 all the way to 4 from FOUR. Okay, the first one is going to be true, so this is now true, and we're also having a array of all true, so the first element here is going to be 0. Now we're looping through for I in range n, so I starts at 0 over here, and j is going to be iterating through true, so j right now is at 0. Now we want to see if s of j of I is in word dict. Right now I is at 0, so we can start this actually over here. We want to see if s of j of I is in word dict. So j is 0, I is 1, so we're looking for the substring from 0 to 1, which is just 0. So is s of 0 or f in word dict? It is, so we're going to mark this as true. And now we append I to our trues array. So now this is going to have 1. We break from here and we're back in this for loop, so I is now at index 2 and j is at 0. Is 0 to 2 in word dict? So is s of 0 to 1 in our dictionary, so index 0 and index 1. Is fo in our dictionary? It is not. So we go back in this for loop and now j is going to be 1. So now what we're looking for is o in our dictionary. It is not. So we're not able to make fo using the words in our word dict. So we go out of this for loop, back into I is now 3, and j goes back to looping through, so it's going to be at 0. Now we want to check if J to I is in worddict. FOU is not in here, so we go back into our loop. J is now 1. And we want to see if OU is in our dictionary. It also isn't, so we go back out. I is now over here. J is over here. Going in this for loop, is J to I in worddict? So is FOUR in our dictionary? It is not. So we go out over here. Now we check 1. So we're going to check from index 1 to index 4, and it's not inclusive. So we're checking 1, 2, 3. Is our in our dictionary? It is. So we're going to mark this as true. We add this index to our array, and now we break. And since we've completed looping through I, we would return a DP of -1, which is true. So we were able to make this word. So we just went ahead and solved word break. If you have any questions at all, of course, let me know down below. If this video was helpful, like, comment, and subscribe. It really supports the channel. And as always, I will see you in the next video.